Bedtime was supposed to be simple: bath, pajamas, lights off. But somehow, it takes forever, getting up repeatedly, asking for one more thing, struggling to settle. And by the end of it, everyone is exhausted. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. And today we're going to talk about what actually helps bedtime feel calmer and more predictable for your child. Here, we talk about autism and the everyday routines that can quietly become the hardest parts of the day. Quick reminder, we're not professionals. Always consult a professional if you need personalized guidance. Today's topic is one many families struggle with: bedtime. Ready? Because this is Calm Parent Collective. Less perfect parent, more real one. Why bedtime feels so hard. For many autistic children, bedtime isn't just about sleep, it's a transition. And transitions can be one of the hardest parts of the day. You're moving from activity, light, stimulation, into stillness and quiet. And for a child whose brain is still processing the day, that shift can feel abrupt, sometimes even uncomfortable. So, what looks like resistance is often difficulty transitioning. The nervous system needs time to slow down. Sleep doesn't happen instantly, it's something the body gradually moves into. But if your child's nervous system is still activated from noise, screens, movement, or even excitement, their body isn't ready yet. And no amount of just lie down will change that. This is why the hour before bed matters so much, not as a strict routine, but as a gradual slowdown. Start earlier than you think. One of the biggest shifts many parents notice is this: bedtime doesn't start at bedtime, it starts earlier, sometimes 30 minutes before, sometimes an hour before. That earlier window is where you begin reducing stimulation, lowering lights, reducing noise, shifting energy. So by the time your child reaches bed, they're already closer to calm. Keep the routine predictable. Predictability matters. Not perfection, not strict timing down to the minute, but a general flow your child recognizes: bath, pajamas, quiet activity, bed. When the sequence stays consistent, the brain begins to anticipate what comes next, and that reduces resistance because nothing feels sudden. Make the environment work with them. Sometimes sleep struggles aren't about behavior, they're about the environment. Is the room too bright, too noisy, too warm, too stimulating? Some children are very sensitive to these things. Small adjustments can help: dim lighting, consistent background sound like white noise, comfortable textures, because when the environment feels right, the body settles more easily. Choose calming activities that actually calm. Not all quiet activities are calming. Some still stimulate the brain. Fast paced shows, exciting stories, interactive games, these can keep the brain active even if the body is still. Instead, look for activities that slow things down: simple books, drawing, soft music, repetitive, gentle play. The goal isn't entertainment, it's regulation. Watch for hidden stimulation. Sometimes overstimulation isn't obvious. It can be small things: bright bathroom lights, loud water during bath time, too many instructions at once. Even these can keep the nervous system active. So, part of a helpful bedtime routine is noticing what might be adding stimulation and gently reducing it. Transitions within bedtime matter too. Even within the bedtime routine, there are multiple transitions: from bath to pajamas, from activity to bed, from lights on to lights off. And each one can feel like a shift. Giving small warnings can help.
After this page, we're going to bed. One more minute, then lights off.
These small cues reduce the feeling of sudden change. Connection before sleep. One thing that often gets overlooked is connection. Sometimes children seek interaction at bedtime. not because they're avoiding sleep, but because they're seeking closeness. The day is ending, the environment is quieter, and that can bring up a need for reassurance. Even a few minutes of calm, focused connection can help. Sitting beside them, talking softly, just being present, because feeling safe helps the body settle. When your child keeps getting up, this is one of the most exhausting parts. Getting out of bed repeatedly, asking for water, one more hug, one more question. It can feel endless. But often, this isn't about testing limits. It's about difficulty settling, returning them calmly, keeping responses predictable, avoiding escalation. Over time, consistency matters more than intensity. It won't look perfect every night. Some nights will be smoother than others. Some nights will still feel long. That doesn't mean the routine isn't working. Sleep is influenced by many things. The day they had, their energy level, their sensory input. So progress isn't always linear, and that's okay. Adjusting as your child changes. What works now may need to change later. As your child grows, their needs shift, their sensitivities change, their routines evolve, and that's part of the process. Bedtime isn't a fixed system, it's something that adapts over time. When sleep still feels really hard, there are times when, even with a consistent routine, sleep is still difficult. And in those moments, it's okay to seek additional support because sleep challenges in children with autism can have many layers, and you don't have to navigate that alone. The part we don't always talk about, your energy matters too. There's something else that quietly affects bedtime, and it's not always talked about. Your energy. After a long day, it's normal to feel tired, sometimes overstimulated yourself, and children, especially those who are sensitive, can pick up on that energy. If bedtime feels rushed or tense or like something we just need to get through, they may feel that shift too. This doesn't mean you have to be perfectly calm. That's not realistic, but even small changes can help. Slowing your voice, pausing between instructions, sitting instead of standing over them. Because bedtime isn't just something we guide, it's something we co-regulate. And when the environment feels calmer for you, it often becomes calmer for them too. If bedtime has been feeling long, exhausting, or unpredictable, you're not doing anything wrong. You're navigating something that many families experience. Here at Calm Parent Collective, we believe that bedtime doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to feel a little more manageable, a little more predictable, a little more calm. And sometimes those small shifts make the biggest difference. And if today was rough, you still did enough. Catch you on the next one.